Right, okay, so we're on a little run. So like all good runs, we start off at the hairdressers. So this is my little local run. I've got a few targets for the year. I'm not going to list all the targets for the year. I'm just going to say the first one, and then if and when I achieve that target, then I'll move on to my next one. Okay, so my first target is a 70 mile week, so probably about 10 mile a day for a week, and it'll probably be based on this run. So yeah, we'll look to the right. Behind those houses is the sea, Morecambe Bay. So this is where I live. So we'll see that in a bit. So yeah, when I say a bit of a hilly run, you might be able to notice I'm running uphill at the moment. So get me to the top of this little rise. Not exactly a mountain, but it's still uphill. And then I'll go down the other side, and you'll see where we are. And basically, just doing these. It's a mini hill, so my 70 mile will be based on this little hill. So we'll have the repeating section in a bit. Yeah, be dark soon, a bit wintry. I should be wearing black, but you never know if it'll rain. Right, so we're at the top of that little hill. I'm going down the other side of it, and then I'll be doing reps on this side. Won't show you them all, just first one, and then you'll know what me run is. Right, so we're at the top of the hill. Let's just make sure we don't get run over. And this is where I am. So there's Morecambe Bay. Now you can't see them, but over there is all the Lake District, all the Lake District hills. Okay. So yeah, well, that's Morecambe Bay down there. So we're just running down this hill. So this is going to be the hill I'll be doing my repeats up to that bench there, back up and down. So we'll do one, and then you'll see that. So that'll be my first task. It's going to be a 70 mile week. If I do that, then I'll move on to the next challenge. So here's my hill. Should really be doing it first thing in the morning, but I was busy writing. Got to get Jan Butty's Ventures up and going. So here we are, here's the hill. Just going slightly downhill. So there's the hill. Whoop. Those leaves are a bit slippy. Right. Okay. So I'm going to try and do a few challenges. Perhaps one big one. But I want to see how I get on. Yeah, so I'll do perhaps some people do advice videos and on food and stretches and whatnot, each to their own. Might put a few things up, but from it's It's a lovely little community out there, YouTube. I've got a detecting channel as well. Lovely. You get the odd comment that's not lovely, but hey ho, it's all part of it. It's nicer than at school, isn't it? Nicer than the office. So people are setting the challenges, but in some ways, you know, I called me but the reluctant trail runner because I just kind of got dragged out. You know, I've always, you know, I ran as a kid, hadn't run in years, so been a strange one. I've done some pretty big challenges, some big distances, as you might see. Oh, just hang on. Ooh. So there's Periwinkle Island, Wharton Crag. Yeah. Right, I'm getting to. I'll be going back up in a second, and then I'll carry on. Right. Let's just have a little run up here. So I could run down the prom even, which a lot of people do, particularly just after New Year. They were all out. Well, there's Morecambe Bay, lovely in the sun, but I'm going to go to that lamppost, turn around and then tell you why. Okay, so yeah, so back to what I was saying. So I might be, you know, it's good to add something different to this little community. Here we go. Right, now the reason I've done that is if I do these hill repeats and then just jog the last bit, a little bit home, it's, if I just went to the bottom and went up, if I did 5, then it'd be just like 4.7 mile. So just running that extra little bit means if I did 5 of these little hill repeats, it'd be 5 mile. So if I did 10 and went home, it'd be 10 mile. So yeah, so I don't mind doing, you know, big distances, putting some time in, but I'm not a big one for navigation, for looking up new routes, you know, ticking off the Ethels and the Wainwrights and all this. So I want the fitness, but I've got to be careful, because with some of the distances that I've been doing, the miles, absolutely tires you out, as we'll see over these upcoming months. So if I do some of those, then you can absolutely tire yourself out, and you know, personally, I don't want my running achievements, this is me personally, I don't want my running achievements to be my biggest achievements. I mean, this last, well, I wrote it before, but this last, I don't know, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, however long it's been, I've been getting the getting tired now on this, because I'm running uphill now. Let's have a little look. There we go. There's our rest of our hill, and there's where we've just come up. I was meant to be showing you that, but I don't want, well, yeah, I don't want it to be my biggest achievements. So I want to write, I want to do other things, and I managed to save up enough so I don't have to work, which is brilliant. Oh my god, oh my god, time's your own. Detecting, running, right in. Oh, wonderful. Right, so where was I? Yeah, so I've been getting the reluctant fell runner with jam butty, camo, Yorkshire 3 coats, the delectable peaches, and the rest, naked camper, finding all the different voices and writing it up, getting it up on YouTube, and I have had an absolute blast. Right, here's our bench. Right, this is what we do. Oh, tiny running and talking. Give it a touch, and we're off back down. Okay, so that's 1 rep. Right, so I do that up and down, then ticks off the miles, and so 70 reps of this hill plus all the little bits will be me 70 mile. That's going to take some time, so it's going to take quite a bit of time, but if I pick my time in the day and I don't kill myself doing it, then I can be thinking of other things. I can be thinking of writing, I can be thinking of plot lines, I can be thinking of where to go detecting. Got so many other things I want to do. Big shout out to Olga British Fells. She's been there with Jan Butty from the first episode. Really supportive, really kind words. Yeah, I won't forget that. Other people drop by, slowly building, and it goes where it goes. So my thinking is I'm going to do it to the absolute best of my ability, try and make it as funny as I can, and hopefully other people will like it. So you never know, might go somewhere, but yeah, so right, so hang on. Yeah, so I'll log me challenges, but hopefully it'll be interesting. Try and get some big distances in. Whatever happens to my body and what I do with food and what have you, I'll say. But I'm going to be trying to do the other stuff as well, so keep you updated with all that. So we're back up. We'll soon be doing our second, touching the bench and heading back down. Okay, so yeah, so I won't really say I've got a running philosophy. Switch my brain off from running, think about other stuff, try and go back with some ideas, what have you. Don't want to be spending a fortune on gear. Again, I've got other stuff to do with my money. So, quick look. Got a pair of Hockers on. I did used to run in Asics. Found them a bit heavy. These are okay. It's probably better, but they're like 100 and odd, 200 quid a pair. So I see some fell runners, some runners, you know, they've got their shoe rotation, 5 pairs, whatever, switch in and out. That's 1,500 quid. If I spent that on it, that'd be perhaps altering me thinking of running. So I've got these, and I'll do. People say, oh, I did 200 mile in them, 200 kilometres in them, and then it's Oh, I need another pair. Oh, oh, what? I don't know. I'll probably end up doing thousands in these. You know, for good or for bad. Stick them under the radiator if need be to dry them out. Not on top of the radiator. Don't have my house too warm. Our house. Just have it up to 18 degrees. Not way beyond that. But I've known people put their shoes on the radiator to dry out on top or somewhere really hot, and then complain when the sole drops off or it comes apart. It's because the glue's dried out. So probably drying them out too hot. So that's one little tip for you. They'll dry easy enough under a radiator rather than on top, and then you've still got your 200 quid pair of trainers to use, no matter how many miles you're doing in them. So yeah, mum and dad do car boots, so you know I'll get a running top here and there, some shorts, what have you. Just pick out what's good, give them back the rest. Try not to be buying too much new stuff, and then when you need to, like a rain top. But I've had this years, absolute years. Just redo the waterproofing. Why not? It's not the latest, but yeah. So I don't think I'm going to be being signed up by Nike as an ambassador to flog a load of stuff. Just make do with what you've got. Is my is my idea. Save your money, and then if you need to get something, get something. But I've seen a lot of people spend a load of money looking for that extra edge, and it doesn't always come. And I think it wears away at people. You know, I spent, wife has a go at you, or husband has a go at you for spending, and if you're not careful, people can just suddenly go, that's it, I've had enough. So if I'm not spending too much, then I can't be quitting by moaning at the price, can I? It's a bit clear. So there's the bay, Wharton Crag, VVV, and this is our hill up to the S-Bank sign and that bench. Car's just getting the lights on. Just coming up for the third one now. Okay, so it's a bit unseasonably warm, so I'm going to take my rainproof off, I think. So got the rain jacket off. I'm just running back down again now. So yeah, back to a non-running philosophy, running philosophy. The way that I look at it is, I want to leave something behind of my own. So if I do a marathon, been done before, organised before, it's fantastic achievement, done one. But writing, the Reluctant Fell Runner, Jambutti Boy and all the rest, that's me, that's my ideas and what I've seen, what I've heard, felt, witnessed, all the rest of it. So that's the bit that I'm so pleased with and pretty proud of, if it's right to say that. So if you're going to check out anything, check out Jambutti Boy is the Reluctant Fell Runner. episodes 1 to 16 up there. Oh, such a blast doing it. So just writing an extra episode now and filling out the ideas for a second series and a third series. So the third series idea came to me before the second, but I'm not going to rush it, just take its time, try and keep the quality as high as I can, and so just waiting on either BBC or Netflix to give me a call. Right, okay, so if we have a look, we're back down at the prom and the sea again, heading to that what's it called, see, when you get tired you can't think straight, lamp post. It's round this corner. So we're heading back up. Let's have a look. Okay, so my right foot just feeling a little bit like numbish, a little bit pins and needly. And I think that's more like running on the road rather than on the fells and the grass. But so my intention is to do 5 today, 5 hill repeats, gradually build it up, and then I'll try and do a week of 10. I should be okay for that, you never know. So right foot, it's just, it'll toughen up I think, and then this won't happen, hopefully. I just saw one walking past. Yeah, so my usual trick, switching the brain off and that, is I can't remember now where this is my third and my fourth. It's probably the third. How your mind likes to trick you that you've done more. So I'll have 2 more and then that'll be done. Bench 4 or 3. So just heading back up for the 4th. So there's a beautiful bay. Getting dark now. So yeah, each to their own with running strategies and whatnot. And you know, good luck with all your runs, your challenges, running to get fit. Here we come for number 4, I believe. Not easy with the hill. So yeah, ooh, warm. So there's number 4. Back down we go. We're back down for the last time on this run. Just head off to that lamppost for number 5 loops round it. It's nicer early in the morning when there's not as much traffic. Tiny little gap in the traffic, so around all the Lake District's hidden under there, and back up and then home. Okay, so now this type of running, you know, hill repeats, and so if I'm going to have a week of doing this 10 times a day, a lot of people will find that boring and it'll really put them off. But as I'm doing each one, I'm not hearing my mind. I'm elsewhere planning, thinking, until you get tired, and then you're happy being tired, aren't you? So that's what I'll be doing. And that gets these big miles done as well. If I was to do that, so get the same length in and not quite the same height, but you know, go on the lakes, what, an hour and a half driving there, so that's 2-3 hours on top of your running time. Yeah, cost. So you can get big miles in and be elsewhere and planning other things. That's been the strategy so far, and seems to work for me. Coming up to the last one. Okay, so I think my last thoughts. So I had quite a while, so mid-50s now, had quite a while where I wasn't doing any fitness. Then I had a period of martial arts, submission grappling, and I'm only 5'6", 5'7", on a good day, but it became really good, shocking, and but it made me quite top heavy, so my weight is probably now not quite 11.5. If I'm running regular, it'll be 11. I think if I was going to be really good, it'd have to be down towards 10. Okay, so last bench and we're off. But I'll just run. I'm not really eating any sugar, just run, and whatever comes off comes off. Eat pretty well, and we'll see. Now we'll probably wind it up here, so best wishes for 2023 for everybody out there. Okay, you know, like and subscribe if you like it, but I'd like you to check out Jam Butty, see what you think. Good bag, good bad, or ugly. Cheers now. So just a little last look at the rain and the headlights as we're heading back. So that's about 5.5 mile hilly run done.